Probably not real still, but it's a bit realer than not being unreal. Great. So why I wrote this was a response to war. Basically, 2002, there was a bit of a disturbance in the middle of the East. And what happened basically is I got very shocked and awed with this complicated war. And what I wanted to do was figure out and understand, how could I say that war is not good? It's pretty obvious, I think, to anyone in this room that it is not good. However, how do you say it and how do you prove it? So what I worked on was the greatest good. If I consider war to be the greatest evil, then what is it that is the greatest good? Puppies. Puppies, candy, lace, sugar, and everything nice. So what I came up with is basically that since a war is done, if you're not a determinism person, and if you are, get out of here. I don't really want to participate in determinism at this moment, but I am working on something that'll hopefully satisfy even the most determined of individuals. Great, so war happens because someone decides to allow it to happen. So I said then that means that decisions are the greatest good. The ability to choose is much more good than any decision we have ever made. The actual ability of choice is in fact the greatest of all goods. Decisions can be bad, choices can be bad. Apple pie sometimes can be crappy, but the ability to make that pie is what we all have, and that is our common situation, and that ability to make that pie and make that choices is then the greatest good. The ability of choice is the greatest good. Now we all see what happens when we don't make good choices. So how then is the best way to choose? What is the best way to act? What is the greatest good? That would be to maintain and be aware of that capability. So to understand that at all moments in which you exist, you have that ability, and to be aware and understand that is the greatest good. Now, awareness is, I'll sum up awareness. Awareness is the realization of an event as it intersects your temporal and spatial locations. An event can be anything from a chair to a beer to a fart to a piss to a cough. That is an event. Anything and everything is an event. And what I call ourselves, some people call us beings of necessity. We need to be around so that things can exist, because we are existing while we are watching existence. Right? Of course, making pie all day long, deciding to do so. So the greatest good is the ability to make decisions and maintain and become aware of that ability at all times in which you can choose. So know that you have that ability and become aware and maintain that ability. So what would I suggest is maintaining that ability? It is virtues. Virtues. Such as honesty, truth, compassion, consideration, kindness, in all of its forms, physical, mental. And if you possess these virtues, what will happen to your capability is that you will become aware of it, maintain it, and make good decisions. Now, how do you make good decisions? Through the concept of understanding. It is very important to understand that everybody on this planet has that capability, and that is our common point, is that capability. So you can think of it this way. If I go into a country and say, I do not like you, I do not like what you are doing, I am going to end it. What you are doing is taking away from this world. You are taking away information. regardless of what that person does, said, behaves, you are ending information. Every one of us is a packet of an infinite amount of information. Ending that one capability ends that information. So what is the point? What is the point of discovering or understanding the greatest good, which is the ability that we all have to make pie? Not the pie itself, but the ability to do so. What is the point of knowing that? The point of knowing that is to prevent war. If you wish to prevent war, maintain and understand the capability of choices that we all are making right now. I do not expect anybody to do this, nor have I. I have never been, I can't say, I've been that good of a person. I try my best, but, sometimes I lie or cheat or get mad or upset and forget. But it's good to remember your abilities and maintain and become aware of those. So the purpose then is to create world peace, or otherwise known as a connected order of good. If you maintain, advance, become aware of your ability to do just that, you will improve it, and by improving it, which is you and everything, by improving it, there it is as a chair, there it is as a person, a living entity, a thing. Improving it, you will improve the world. Improving the world is the greatest good. Balanced virtue, sometimes, people are too good, and it causes people to be uncomfortable. Always, very good. So make sure you're good within comfortability. Try not to make too many disruptions in someone's avenue of good, because anyone has the capability to disrupt other things. I would suggest that fear is the absence of trust in a good outcome. So if you are fearing something right now, all you really have to do is just trust that it'll have a good outcome, and your fear should end. So, the objective form, hopefully what this is a moral subscription that you understand, will subscribe to, make good choices, a good environment in which we all can live together in, and, exercise, try to do things like that. And so, to cap it up, basically, we all have the ability to optimize our situations. That is the greatest good. War is not the greatest good. The greatest good is the ability to war, but war itself is not good. So let's try to, do good, be good, understand what good is.